Hello, chat. Hello, hello. Yeah, early April stream today. We are very early today. We're like, how many hours early? Like 4 hours early? We're 5 hours early. We're 5 hours earlier than usual. Also, hello, Savage. Good streak. Good streak. Pat, 5 hours? Yeah, we're 5 hours earlier than usual. I can actually watch the stream now. Yeah. Danganronpa later? Yes, that's gonna be a separate stream, by the way, chat. Danganronpa will be at the usual time at 9 p.m. for me in British time. Um, so that will be at least a few hours of branded gaming. Love the streaming time. Thank you. Um, I'm mainly doing it so that I can get two streams in one, right? I don't want to miss out on the branded, but I also want to play through Danganronpa, so um, it's time to change the deck list, chat. I don't think Branded in Red has been serving me well. I don't think it's been serving me well, and the reason why I don't want to play it anymore is because I figured out that you can end on Mirror Jade using the April line, right? Where you send Titan with the white Albaz. But you can also make it anyway. You can also end on it anyway, even with a different line if you send Albion. You just have slightly less on the end board. You're trading Makuria specifically. So you can still end on Mirror Jade without red, but you can also send Albion first to play around Maxi better and Fua. So because of that, I kind of feel like if you can combo, you can make Mirror Jade, even whether you're playing around Maxi or not. So I don't actually think you need red. Which Danganronpa? V3. We've just started playing V3. We're about to start chapter 1 later today. Any tips against Enneacraft? Honestly, from what I can tell, you gotta play a different deck. I don't know how to beat it with Branded. I think you could play some like goofy stuff. You could play Exciton, right? Zeus. You could play some goofy stuff to beat it. One thing that would be really good against Enneacraft is Branded Lost, right? Imagine going for like a Chaos pop under Branded Lost. I've also heard some people say Masquerade is good just because they pay life points. I don't know about that because like they don't go down to 600 life points. They still have a good amount of life points, and all they have to do in the first few effects is, activate the bounce guy or the Book of Moon guy, and the Masquerade is just outed. So I don't even know if Masquerade is the right answer. I got beaten a lot by Enneacraft. Me too. I struggle against the shapes as well. So what I wanted to do was add in a Shrouded Dragon because I feel like this card bridges a lot of the gaps in grind game quite nicely. This card is like, if anybody was here last night and you saw the long Sky Striker game where we ended up getting outgrinded after like 14 turns, even though we definitely misplayed a few times, one thing that would have made that game unlosable is Shrouded, right? Because Shrouded is like a long-term infinite Albaz. It's an Albaz that you can always summon from the graveyard by sending your infinite high spirits that keep coming back. So you have like a grind game with this. I also really like this card sending your opening. The opening is no longer just a random starter now. It's actually like accessible through Shrouded. So you can work your way to that destruction protection. And just in general, this is a really good card to have as a secondary search for Magnamut if you already have this, and a secondary like search for High Spirits or Makuria if you already have this. I find sending Sword to add back Makuria is also neat in the branded fusion line. Yeah, this is the most common thing that gets asked of me, which is how do you do a branded fusion line, considering that I don't have any bricks for it. That's the most common thing I get. I don't really like my branded fusion line, but I'm also acknowledging that one card Branded Fusion combo is unlikely. You're unlikely to not have other cards. And any other extender basically makes it completely different. Completely different end board. And also even in the times where you do have a Brafu one card combo, if the other four cards aren't extenders, then they're probably like hand traps, and that makes it okay. So I haven't really minded. I don't feel like I've lost a game because my Branded Fusion one card combo is bad. I don't think I've ever lost a game because of that. And in comparison, there's a lot of things that I have lost a game to, like Nadia Servant being drawn going second and being really bad going second. I have lost games to this. The line with Cockatoриum, I mean? Well, okay. Well, you don't need sword for that line. You can do a line with Brafu with sword or Cockatoриum or both, right? They're all better than no bricks, but you can play both. You can also play one or the other and do a good Brafu line. Maybe we will play this in order to have a better Branded Fusion line. However, the reason why I would put this in wouldn't be just to make my Brafu line better. I don't care about the Brafu line being good. It would be because I want to remove Nadia Servant, and I still want to replace it with Engine, and this is a starter. So that would be why I would put in Cockatoриum, and I'm considering it. I'm really not a fan of Nadia. I am considering putting in Cockatoриum here. We could play like this. I mean, one Nadia doesn't even make sense because you can still draw this going second. And going first, it's like not a bad draw. Or a second card. Yeah, I mean, I want to play a second card, but Cartesia isn't quite a starter. So we could play something like this, right? Where it's got Shrouded, it's got the second Cartesia, and it has Cockatoриum for a slightly better Brafu line. But I'm playing it mainly because it's a starter. The big downside to this that I don't like is that this is also bad going second as a starter because you have to normal summon it and it's just an ignition effect, so any removal just kills it. Dies to this, dies to Mirror Jade Banish, dies to anything in the game that can remove a body. And it's also a normal summon, so even going first, it can clash, right? Because you have 3 Alibers, which are normal summons, 2 Ecclesias, which are often normal summons. If you hard draw Quam, it's a normal summon. That's a hell of a lot of normal summons. So I didn't really want to play this for that reason either. It's possible we could cut an Aliber and 1 extra opening to make up for the normal summon ratio. Possibly. I kind of get why you would want to do that now. I have seen a lot of multiple opening lists, and I kind of get it with if you're playing a lot of normal summons. Not gonna lie, Charmies look iffy. No, they don't. No, Charmies are fine in this format. There's also a chance of them negating it without reading. I don't think there's a very high chance of that at all. I think that's an extremely low chance of happening. So like, what I really want to do is not play the Cockatoриum. I would like to play double Cartesia, because I do like 2, and I want to play Shrouded. So then the question is, what is this last card? And there isn't really a good starter, you know? I don't want to play another normal summon, and if I don't like Nadia Servant, a Bestial is not a starter. Charmies in this deck, especially with High Spirits and all the discards, are honestly even better. Exactly. Fualos is actually a really important High Spirits discard, because it is a High Spirits target, and it's actually a pretty good one. Because you send Rinbrum, which is a nice bonus to have, and it doesn't conflict with any of your combos. April Fafa did really trash talk you? What did he say? What did he say about me? I mean, the meta right now doesn't walk into Charmies. I think it does. I think every deck is not super happy into Fua. Branded Sword, Branded, it's not a starter. It's not a starter. Like, quite frankly, the best answer is Nadia Servant. Because this doesn't walk into the normal summon problem, and it's really good going first. It's just really bad going second. And I don't know how to reconcile that, really. I saw Bronas on Desires. Yes, Bronas has played Desires. Maybe it's another opening. Even though opening is awful in a vacuum. Brona, Droplets? Droplets is not a starter. I was thinking about Droplets anyway, just because of how it beats Enneacraft, and that's really popular. And also, I was thinking evenly matched. We could play as a non-engine, because it's a pretty good meta call right now. It beats Enneacraft, and it beats the mirror match pretty well. And if it ends up being popular, I'll probably play Sanctifier. Um, I'll probably play Sanctifier if evenly is popular, just to have an out to it. I don't know what the answer to this problem is. Maybe we don't play another starter? We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 one-card combos, and then like 3 cards that are like halfway to a combo. It's not the worst consistency. 6, 7? I know, I said 6, 7. In his video, he showed branded players' intelligence is questionable. Your image, weird music. Are you talking about the video where we collabed together? Because if I was there for that. I basically drop what other things that come to mind. My favorite branded player? Hello, I'm not human. It could be Bestial Sirony. Everybody's suggesting cards that are not starters. This is what a lot of people do in deck building, right? They see one slot remaining, therefore the most comfortable thing for their brains to put in is a card that is a one of anyway. But that's not necessarily how optimization works, you know? I want a starter right now. I don't want a one of just to make the deck list happy. Branded Sword, you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. I feel like Nadir is the best answer to this problem. It's not Seyfert, because Seyfert is a normal summon too. Nadir is the best answer for going first to this problem, but it's really bad going second. Maybe that's the only solution. Maybe that's why we have to play Nadir, because it is the only solution. I guess there's also opening. Springen Kit, yeah, but Kit is also a normal summon. The bird that banishes Makuria, that's also a normal summon. I think I'm gonna play like this, right? Just play the least amount of Nadia Servants possible, because I don't actually want to see it going second, but I do want another starter in this one slot, so we could do it like that. Honestly, I could also just play a Sarania, because as bad as Sarania, you know, as much as it's unnecessary for the combos, you can do silly combos with it. You can do like improvised combos. You want to start it without a normal summon, right? Yeah, basically. And the DS7 is that. I just really don't like it going second. Opening is kind of the next best thing, right? It's like a good starter going. It's equally good going first and second, but it's still kind of bad overall, which is why I don't like it. Sarania banish Ecclesia. It could possibly be that we don't need a starter, like a one card combo, and we just play another engine card. You know, and Sarania kind of does that, because Sarania plus, you know, I don't know, Cartesia or Quem, that accesses a play. It's like halfway to a combo. Could also play a second Shrouded. Second Shrouded is like halfway to a combo. Um, yeah, it's weird. It's tricky. I'm gonna play like this, I guess, for now. We'll just keep Nadia Servant as the one of. Remove Coldbuy? I don't want to remove Coldbuy. This is a deck that loses to Maxi, and you don't want to get forward at all either, so you might as well play the maximum outs. Flood at least the Thunderbolt. Yeah, flood at least the Thunderbolt. Let's just get some gaming. Cross out? I'm not gonna play cross out. I'm not playing cross out. Since there's much mirrors. I mean, I suppose it would be good in the mirror, but extra foolish burial? Ah, that's not a starter. Okay, we have an out to Maxi. We don't have an out to like Impum. How does Shrouded help you? In what way? Do you mean as a starter? Or as a card in general? I'm playing it because it's good in the grind game, and also because it's a secondary search target for things like High Spirits, Makuria, Magnamut. And sometimes that comes up, to be honest. Okay, hopefully this is a one-card combo here. I'll discard Fua, not Kit. I've been discarding Kit a lot recently, and I've kind of regretted it in these situations. I'm going to do the April line, since we have an out to Maxi anyway. As a starter or extender? It's not a starter or an extender, but it's halfway to it, right? It's like halfway to a starter or extender. You compare it with like a Quam or a Cartesia, and then it is a real play. Allure? I don't think we play anywhere nearly enough darks for Allure. It's just the one slot, so I'm happy with it being Nadia for now. If there's nothing better, I will just play Nadia. Allure is limited? Is it? Is Allure at 1 in Master Duel? I forgot about that. We can't send Kit here. Which means we're just gonna have to fuse with the Alibra. Oh, we can't send Kit. I don't like how this combo doesn't actually like work if you draw the Kit. It's kind of annoying. I'll send Shrouded, since it's a wasted effect. Luckily it doesn't matter if you start with the Alibra, because the Alibra is just the extra material. Oh, and if we didn't have the Alibra, we could use the Shrouded to summon to the board if we had another spell trap somehow, which would have been interesting. Okay, so I've learned that the combo doesn't actually work when you draw a Kit, not as a one-card combo. Do we fuse this from the hand? No. We just keep the Kit in the hand for a discard, I think. In this situation, do we want to send another Albaz to the graveyard just to have another Albaz? It makes Rinbrim live. I don't hate that, but I also don't hate sending opening for destruction protection. I'm gonna send opening. It's probably a mirror match. Opening solos FMV, it doesn't really, because you can still target cards like Cartesia Quan that aren't fusions, and that's often the better target anyway. Or they can save it for the Albaz, which is often like the best actual target. Like, people don't usually use FMV to just like trade with Mirror Jade at the start of the turn. That's not really a thing I see very often. Okay, pretty good. What's crazy is that we have Maxi Ash on top of this board, so my opponent's probably going to be pretty mad about it. They were probably thinking how they can break the board, and then we're going to hit them with the old classic 1-2. That's not what I expected them to activate. Okay. Abomination's Prison. Maxi with Makuria? Yeah, so we can negate Ash if we want to. But to be honest, I won't. If they Ash my Maxi, I'm not negating it. I'm gonna negate their engine. And I'm not negating any of these spells either. I'm gonna wait for hard once per turn monsters. Based alert. They don't even have the new cards. The new Unchained support. It's not here yet. Okay, I think I'm gonna banish this so they don't have access to any other Light Fiends. Because there aren't any actual Light Fiends in the deck unless they make Moon. I'm gonna negate that, I think. They trade with 2 effects in 1 if they don't have another way to pop this trap. And that's GG. I'll save that for because it was a nice combo. What cow? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, the cow's not here. What was the negate used for? You mean the Makuria? I used it because Shiyama is a card that I can negate the summon of. Okay, it's gonna make me go second. Thank you, game. I clearly clicked going first. Thank you, Master Joe. Did you guys see that? What the fuck was that? We clearly clicked going first. They just straight up trolled us. April High. Hello, Dante. Oh no! That's a big deal. That's probably game over. We still managed to draw the one Nadia when we went second. Literally, ban this card, please. Ban this card so that I don't have to play it. And nobody else asked me to. This is also not great going second. But thank you to Loco's Lust for following. It's so broken going first. I haven't found Nadia to be broken going first. It's just been a card. It's just been any other average starter. It's not been broken going first. How's the climb going today? We just picked first. Masterdoll just trolled us with a new glitch. We picked going first, and then the game started and we went second. It is great if you get stopped. Yes, this is the one thing Nadia does better than most cards, which is when you draw it going first alongside other starters, and those other starters get stopped. That's when Nadia is amazing. But in any other situation, it's kind of mid or bad. Because if those other starters don't get stopped, Nadia doesn't really help much. It doesn't add a whole lot. And going second, it's always bad. So like it's actually just not a good Yu-Gi-Oh card by standard logic. It's just played for some reason. What do they find on top of my deck? Maxi and Super Poly. Okay, so they're thinking about putting Maxi to the bottom so that we don't have to so that they don't have to deal with it. Why didn't they just give me the Super Poly, honestly? Yeah, they put it to the bottom. So what about if you open up with Wildbaz, Branded Fusion, and Nadia? What's the best one to start with? Wildbaz. You try to do a Wildbaz one-card combo. If they stop you before you get to the Synchro, you can go Branded Fusion. And if they stop you again, I guess you have Nadia. Hello, hello, hello. Too many choices to make, I'll randomly pick one. It's not. It's actually pretty simple. Always try to do a Synchro combo. If that fails, then you can go Brafu. Okay, end board is Cool Tune Synchro, 3 cards in hand, Remix Trackmaker, Ash in the Graveyard. Okay, that could have been a better draw. That could have been a better draw. Oh. 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 We got classic this time. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. If we went under Max C, this would be a very promising game. We have to just go opening. Why is that board crap? This is your average Cool Tune board. What do you mean? This is a pretty average Cool Tune board. No, it is. This is what they always end on. The spell, remix, trackmaker, that's a standard board. It's remix Zaylan? Yeah, according to Triff. But before that, it was always this. Okay, I think I have to try Brafu. This Nadir is so bad. Ah, Bloss. Wait. Wait. Okay, they must have just drew the Ash. Yeah, yeah, no, it makes sense actually. It's fine. I was gonna say, why did they go for the search Ash line, but they didn't. They just ashed my Fua. I see. I see. Okay, bouncing Albor is not that useful. No, my kit. Okay, we can use Retribution as a nice little chain block. Yeah, so Cool Tune Clip, and then we can go Retri. I'm gonna add back Opening. This would be so playable if it wasn't for Mr. C. I wish Branded Bond summoned Albaz from deck. Unironically, this deck could have been a lot simpler if they just made a quick play spell that summoned Albaz from the deck as a quick effect. Like that would have just been a lot simpler. But they decided to go in the direction of having a bunch of convoluted ways to summon Albaz, which made it a lot more interesting, to be honest. Ecclesia does it, I guess. I mean, yes, Ecclesia does it, but it's not a quick play spell. Ecclesia is more of a hoops card, right? You have to jump through hoops to get it on the board. I was thinking more like an Albion set, which is like the standard thing that you have in Branded, just an Albion set, a quick play spell that summons Albaz. They never made that. Okay, back to back. I really like the branching pathways with this deck. Most roads lead to the same place, but there's a fuck ton of roads. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Although to be honest, most roads do lead to slightly different places too. They make Crackle? Hmm. I was expecting Loudness War. Do we activate this? Yeah, yeah, we do. I was expecting Loudness War. Okay, that's an Albion. That's pretty annoying. Because now if they want to take the other Albion... Yeah, look at that. My Mirror Jade. My Mirror Jade. Hmm. Maybe... Maybe it's Proskinian right now? Yeah, Prosk is kind of good, not gonna lie. Now I'm gonna go battle phase. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. Did they clip? They already clipped, so... And they're gonna search Rotary for Loudness War? That's kind of annoying. We can steal Zaylin? We can steal Zaylin, but this is already activated. So... Can I send the Synchro? Put back my Mirror Jade so I can make it? Is that a good play? No, probably not. Well, maybe. Maybe, actually. Yeah, I don't hate that. We pop back to back. This Crackle is really good. Genuinely, the Crackle is really annoying because they can take a lot of good cards from me. I would like to shuffle the Crackle into the deck, but the problem is it loses to the the Synchro? No, they don't want to use it? Okay. They didn't use it. Why didn't they use it? I thought they would use now I can't fuse into Mirror Jade. Now I don't have anything to fuse into. They can't synchro with it? Why not? I don't get why not. Oh, right. You're right. Only Trackmaker does that. Okay, well now I guess we just try to build a board. Might as well negate this. Fuck. Which one do I activate, chat? Which one is it? Is it the first effect? It's the first effect, right? First? Yeah, I think it's the first. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played Cool Tune. Okay, I'm glad I learned that now. Okay, and this we have Quam. We can also send Albion, I guess, and search for Wildbaz. I could have gone Garura, but then we couldn't have searched for actual Wildbaz because he's bigger. Fallen the Virtuous is probably better than Ecclesia. Oh wait, we don't have Retribution. No, my bad. We should have gotten regular regular search target. Ecclesia. Okay, there we go. I managed to reach parity in cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How about that? Okay, it's resolving. Negate and destroy the normal summon is really impactful. Although it is the second normal summon. Oh, hi. I didn't think you were in the list. But I guess you are. Yeah, back-to-back also messes up their levels. I don't have any interaction anymore. I have to wait for them to remove my my bodies. Wait, it worked. It actually worked. GG. Damn, you guys said that we lost that one. I'll take it. And you know what? You know what, chat? You know what we did use to help win going second? We did use Nadia Servant. Interesting. Let's check their list. Yeah, I mean, this is a normal deck right now, right? Cool Toon Elf Notes is a real thing. This is a real deck that they play. The Rare Nadia going second W, yeah. Could you show list? I can show my list. I've changed it just slightly. I cut Nadia Servant down to 1 because I really didn't like it going second. But it did just help me. It did just help me go second. So maybe it's not all that bad. This is what we're playing. Branded in Red is out? Yeah, I cut Branded in Red because my theory was that I said it at the start of the stream. It was that you can make Mirror Jade consistently without red, thanks to these new Sword Soul lines that I discovered. After playing with it for a while, I've realized that it's actually really reliable at making Mirror Jade, so you don't need red. Damn. We are branded in great vibes right now. Great vibes. And there's no target. My spirits are so high right now. You gonna make a guide on it? On what, branded? Yeah, we've made plenty of guides on new branded. I don't think this is the hand that beats the Elf Note combo, not gonna lie. I don't think this is the hand that does it. But it does make for a nice Twitter post. So hold on. New Twitter post just dropped. Nadia is better than Spirits in my opinion. Okay, I mean that's way too far. High Spirits is a mandatory 3 of in Branded. Because this card searches Wildbaz, the card that is the best card in your deck, and the card that you only have 2 copies of. So this is definitely a mandatory 3 of. It's completely different to the Nadia discussion. This is like asking asking Nadia is like asking what color to paint your door, and High Spirits is like asking if you want your front door to have a lock on it. This is just an obvious yes, and then you think about Nadia separately. Elfnet board is sadly super polyable. Unsuper polyable. Nothing's unsuper polyable if we can get Albaz on the board. If you can get Albaz on the board, nothing is unsuper polyable. Huh? Oh, we're actually on full cash. We're actually ending on a Rise Heart. We're on full cash. Oh, the top of my deck was a super poly too. What the slop? Oh hell, look at that. A Royal Arise Heart. You just had to throw it into your Elf Note deck. I think this is a moving on angle. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. If we top deck Pot of Greed, we might win. That doesn't even work under a Rise Heart. If we drew Super Poly, there was a chance. There was a genuine chance. Oh no! Wait, this is actually cracked. Look, it doesn't target to attach, so I can send Makuria, and before it triggers, they can just attach it. That's so cherry on top. Master Duel is War Crimes Turbo. We were playing Balatro, he was playing Solitaire, yeah. Can you share the Sword Soul lines you were talking about? Yes. So the newest video I posted on my channel has some lines on it. But it doesn't have every line that I was talking about. The first line in that video is the main idea behind what I was talking about, though. Which is ending on Jade without red. But there's another way to do it, which I will show. They need bricks. I mean, you need to play Kit and Sword Soul. But I think Kit and Sword Soul are playable regardless. So you might be playing them anyway. I can make the new line without red as a short, yeah. Okay, so in this situation, I think I'm going to actually hold Quem as an extender, not as a starter. I think they have Maxi or Fua. If we normal Quem first, send Cartesia. Then when we try to summon, if it's Maxi, then... No, it works. It's better to start Quem, isn't it? It is just better into the hand traps. Especially Fua, because Quem won't trigger Fua. And this should be Albion to play around it. Okay, I think it's Fua. Yeah, see? They have something else. Either Ash or a second Fua. Or a Bestial. You thinking this long? Is it like... Obviously it's Fua? I don't think it's obvious. Okay. Okay, it is another Fua. That could have been anything, because they didn't need to think that long about double Fua. This is fine. Shall we go for Ecclesia or Fallen the Virtuous? I need a short name for these, by the way. Ecclesia, they're both Ecclesia. Should we go for Dog Ecclesia? The Doggy Ecclesia? Ecclesia or Dog Ecclesia? We have a set with this, and this is gonna be a... This is not Retribution, because we don't have two. So I think it should be Ecclesia. Human Ecclesia. Hello? Thought it was either a Bestial or Impalm? That's what I thought too, because who wouldn't drop the second Fua instantly? Anyway. Smiley Ecclesia. Yippee Ecclesia. Dog Ecclesia is really offensive. Also, hello first time chatters. Hello, hello. One brain cell Ecclesia. This is serious Ecclesia, locked in Ecclesia, and the other one is oh my god, why are the Sword Soul cards here? Head empty Ecclesia. Oh, speaking of head empty Ecclesia. Oh, I mean, no, this is locked in Ecclesia. This is locked in Ecclesia. What does Branded do versus a Raigeki? Raigeki's pretty good. It's not enough, but if you follow it up with some serious serious engine, Raigeki can be pretty good. No, it's not being negated. The Konami special. Okay, well Albaz is never gonna do anything versus F and V here. Do you think that Enneacraft could cook this deck? Yes. I think Enneacraft has a good matchup into Branded. Oh, it's Draco Tail. Malulu is kind of frustrating. Discard Katu, discard another card. They're going really minus. Another Malulu. I could F and V. I could F and V the Albaz, or we could Super Poly into Mirror Jade. No, because then they make their own Mirror Jade, and that's not great. We definitely just F and V this. Sending... We already have Brafu. Let's send Titaniclad. If you get 250 subs, you play Minecraft but drunk? That is correct. We will play a Minecraft drunk stream. If we reach the sub goal. Is it ever Ecclesia into Dogma Dragon and shuffle back all the Albaz before these happen? I didn't know this was gonna happen. I had no idea they were making Lubellion, so I was one chain behind, but that would have been a good play if I knew about it. I was expecting Pure Branded, which doesn't really summon this often. Even Draco Tail doesn't summon this often. Aren't you drunk right now? What do you mean? What do you mean? Lubellion's a very good card for Draco Tail going second. I suppose it is. In this situation, it's a good way to break the board, right? Because of that non-targeting Malulu negate. It's not bad. So maybe it will be more common. And there's Secretarion. Yeah, we definitely want to super poly that. They made Mirror Jade instead of Secretarion. They set Ketu. Ecclesia is negated. I mean, what happens if I just... What happens if I just super poly? They implode? Yeah, they're about to implode. And then Ecclesia for Chaos to pop that Ketu. Yeah, GG. We back on Chaos? Yeah, I'm on Chaos because I really like being able to pop 2 against Draco Tail, I guess. I thought that I needed to respect Cool Tune more with Furious, but you don't really need to do that. If you make a board, you're pretty good against Cool Tune. My music ended. Okay, more music, here we go. What would you say is a beginner-friendly deck? Out of the current format, like a relevant meta deck, or like in general? I think Sword Soul is like the classic beginner deck because it teaches you the idea of comboing and making a board, which is like basic branded, basic Yu-Gi-Oh in the modern times, but it's not good. So it depends if you want a good deck. Is this Zodiac? Please be Zodiac. Do you play Dog Ecclesia for FMV? Yes. I play Dog Ecclesia to summon with FMV. Also, we do play one Nadia, so... The one Nadia can search it. Yeah, it's Lunalight. Outing double Liga Dancer in this deck might take some time. They, okay, what? They ash the second Fua is too much, but the first one's not an ash? What? What do you, the first Fua? Yeah, that's fine, I'll play under Fua. But the second Fua? No, that's too much. Afraid of Max C, I guess? I don't think you do that anymore. I don't think you refuse to Ash Fua because of the one Maxi, because it's limited, so I don't think it's a good idea. I like Dog for Fua line. Yeah, I like Dog Ecclesia for playing into Maxi and Fua and stuff. So our out to one Liger is trivial. It's Titaniclad. But our out to double Liger, that's gonna have to be Titaniclad over multiple turns. So it's gonna have to be one Titan, and then survive, and then Titan again. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Is there a way to out Liga by stealing a Lunalight card? With this? Is there a way to out it by stealing a Lunalight card? No? That would be so cool if there was. That would be so cool. That was the out. Good evening, may I ask a new question about the new branded cards? Yes, go ahead. Welcome to the stream. Steal another Liga. Oh, wait! We outwon Liga. And then in the battle phase, we bring back the second one. But... Can't? We can't do that? We can't do that? What if we stole this one? Banish this card from your grave. Okay, no, we can't do that. I don't think it works. I don't think we can... Can we even summon Liga? Look at this. Must be fusion summoned with the above materials. Yeah, so we can't actually just steal it. What does Gold Sarcophagus do? It banishes Mercuria to search for our best one-card combo. Imagine Lunalight could resummon Liga from the grave. I guess so, yeah. That would be something they probably do more often, if it was possible. Surely there is one Lunalight that we can steal. Do none of them do anything? Even if you take Liger, it doesn't do anything though? You're right, it doesn't do anything if the other effect is still live to wipe, because they can still wipe my Liger. If you summon Leo Dancer, but Leo's never summoned. They don't ever summon Leo. Okay, there's one. I think the first plan is fine. If they make two Ligers and we have a bunch of cards, I think we can just try to Titan out one of them and then survive and then Titan out it again. The following the Virtuous card, is it a staple for all decks including Albion and Ecclesia or just a passing trend? I think it's a pretty good staple going forward for almost every deck. Like there's no locks on it, it's a pretty good non-engine card. That's not to say there won't be formats where it's not the best non-engine. Like if we're in an FTK format and you need a hand trap in every spot possible, then you can cut it from like Cool Tune or whatever. But for now, it's a pretty good card. I imagine it will be played until it gets hit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's not just Lunalight. I mean, is this searching a Lunalight or is this searching for Zodiac? Okay, it's just Black Sheep. Okay. They still had a normal summon, so they could have gone Rat Pia. That would have heavily entered into Fua though. They're gonna have a Dryden, but Dryden doesn't matter. If they hit a game that's a pop, I give up on this game's ban list. Honestly, it's understandable. Albion could go to 1, Ecclesia could get banned one day, but most likely FMV can just go to 2. Does your deck out 2 Ligers? Eventually it does. So eventually we out 2 Ligers. We can out the first one very easily. What does this do? Does this negate the activation? Negate the activation. Okay, so... Brafu, negate, Brafu, Lubellion, discard this, make Titaniclad with it, attack over, they can't out it, one of them dies, and then we just set up back row to survive? How will we do that? We'll set up a Retribution, an F and V, a Super Poly. We could put Ecclesia in play. Do your own tower to survive? Yeah, getting to Dogma Dragon is the good way to survive. We could also just draw the card and then send this from the deck. Yeah, let's draw the card first. Yeah, they can beat into Dogma, but that's not killing me. Ha, Maxi. Dogma attack over doesn't kill me. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, that makes things really complicated. Okay, well... Where are my Albaz names, by the way? Where is my Albaz? Um... I guess we should have kept the Shrouded. I guess we should have kept the Shrouded. Because now we can't just summon Titan for free. I guess we summon Dogma. With Maxi. No, it can't be Maxi. I shuffle back this. And also this. Okay, now we can out the Dryden for free. At least. And now we just like start setting. I guess we'll activate Nadia. Which cards do we need to pop? Is it Masquerade? Or Wolf? Which one is the better follow-up? I don't want to pop this one. No out to Liga? That's not the question I asked. We do have an out to Liga. It's just not happening right now. Okay. And I think I do need to summon an Albaz. Because I want it in play. I need to summon the second one, because I want this in play. Just stall with the 2 towers, we need to get Titaniclad back. Well, yeah, we need to survive the turn. That is the game plan. Yeah, so this wipes the board. It's fine. Then we get Albion. You know what's kind of a problem? If they never summon another monster to super poly with. Attack this, attack again, attack again, attack again. It's kind of problematic. I guess I have a lot of chump blockers. That was the plan. That's why we have all of these sets. Does this trigger? No, it doesn't. They're just setting up the negate, I guess. Yeah, negate is awkward. Ash, okay. The negate is really awkward. To Garez, sure. Oh, please don't make one of your guys. Oh, they can't. They can't make it big. That's unaffected. Why did it say bottom on your Twitch tags? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because it does. I love Luna. Summon towers and pass. Straight up no stress. I know. This is a low cortisol deck. And then the person outing the Ligers, extreme high cortisol. Huh? What do you mean Guardian Chimera? I would have negated that if I knew you were summoning this shit. Well, damn. Some people play that? Some people. Some people. Was it? It was 2 from the field, yeah. Super Poly FMV, that's really nasty. It's gonna be hard to win. Some might say impossible to survive the turn. That's gonna be impossible. I saw a detail player stalling 40 turns. Yes, that was Christian Urena. It is possible to do that. but not when they have plays. You can only do that versus vanilla Ligers. You can't do that versus the deck. They have to run out of plays first. Wait, I can't activate in the battle phase. Right. Okay. I think we were losing anyway. That Ash was problematic. The Ash was problematic. I dare say we actually lost the Ash. I think we would have won. We had a pretty good plan. Otherwise. Sounds like Touhou? It is Touhou. This is Touhou music. If only Liga was limited. I think they should limit it. They really should limit it, because I think the double Liga is like uninteresting. It's really uninteresting. Oh fuck. I tried to toggle on, but I forgot I changed my settings. Okay. I guess we'll lose to draw then. Oh, so we drew Kit again, so we can't even do the line. If they limit it, the deck is just dead. And so what? You know what deck is also dead? Sword Soul. Pure Tri-Brigade. Eldritch. Dark Magician. It's okay to have dead decks. Ryziel. Well, they can't Ash Branded Fusion, so that must be like a Maxi. Is it definitely this? Yeah. I'm still waiting for Snash to 3? Yeah, Snash can still come back to 3. That is not Maxi. That is a different card. Let's see what they make. Is this going to be a Secretarion if they're activating it immediately? Or maybe just... maybe Othalion? There's no way you make a Secretarion with a Firmino. It's probably just to trigger a Malulu. That would make the most sense. Exclamation mark deck. I will show you the deck after the game. Okay, it is Malulu and it is Arthalion. That's a little awkward. If it's Malulu, then whatever I summon is gonna get negated. So what should we do? We could discard Kit to get to Walbaz. Right? We could go Lubellion, effect, discard Kit. We could also pop our own card with F and V. That is a good idea. In which case, Albion would be pretty sick. Yeah. Yeah. So, hold on. No, not Albion. How do we is it Albion no effect? No, none of it works through Orthalion. None of it works through Orthalion. Albion effect. They negate it. No, Albion effect. They chain, we pop. They negate this. But what do they bounce? That's oh, they're gonna target first. So I think it's gonna work actually. Because they have to target first. They're not gonna target my Albaz. Because that would just add it to my hand. So I think they're gonna add their own cards, or they're gonna target Albion. And then F and V goes hard still. Yeah, they targeted Ash. And Frixel, okay. So no disruptions. Just follow-up. Yeah. Bolin is such a cool card. So Ketu. Rahu. If we Chaos on turn 1 to pop those, that's going to be really nasty. I think that's what we make, actually. I think we make Chaos now, and then end phase fuse Albion, Albaz for Mirror Jade. Right? We go Lubellion like this. And we just make a Chaos. And we even trigger Kit to get that Cartesia. That's really clean. So we know they have Ash and Frixel in the hand. Yeah, Chaos coming up, by the way. Furious would not have been able to do this anywhere nearly as cleanly. You're playing that combo you showed in the streaming? I am playing the combo that I invented, yeah. That tends to happen. We could even activate this, but I don't even know if we need to. We have everything in the end phase. What would a Granguinol achieve? It's just better to leave it for the Mirror Jade reset. Yeah, it will get me Merc, but I like the Mirror Jade reset a bit better. Actually, no, now that I think about it, the Merc is better against this deck specifically than the Mirror Jade reset. So we should have just used this to get to Merc. And I'm gonna set Retribution, right? We set Retribution instead of F&V. Also, thank you, Danny the Hunter, for following. This is still not over, right? Unironically, like a Mina plus a Ketu still wins. Well, it plays. It pushes through. So we do have to be careful. Or like a Branded Fusion, right? 2 cards that demand Retribution do kind of make the game playable. So I think we should have gone for the Merc. Because then it plays around Mina, which is one of them. It's Frixel Ash and 2 unknowns. Branded needs more negates. Chaos is easy to summon. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why being able to go Lubellion and then shuffle half of the Chaos back with the Lubellion itself means that you don't need to find 2 other Dark Dragons. This is an interesting question. Is this worth a Frixel? I think the answer is no. I think this is just worth a Mirror Jade. Because then they have to bounce their Malulu. It's not worth the Retribution, is what I meant. Yep, so 3 knowns in hand. No, 2 knowns in hand still. Can't believe people are cutting Merc from this deck. I don't know who is cutting Merc from the deck. I feel like it's too easily searchable, you know, as one of your Dogma searchers, and also one of your, like Quemsands. It's too easily searchable to give up on it, right? Like, I don't know why you would. End of the main phase, that's fine. Oh, end phase F and V. Interesting. Wait, end phase F and V is pretty nasty. Although not if they send Albion. Albion's not that scary. Titaniclad would have been scary. Because we don't have an... I guess we have Retribution, no matter what, so it's not scary. Yeah, it's a high spirits target. It's a high spirits target both ways. If you draw it, it's a high spirits target, and it's also an optional search. It's like everything. Okay, actually, we're gonna lose this game, chat. We're actually gonna lose this game. I should have activated the Cartesia. I didn't realize the threat. I didn't realize the threat. This is really problematic. Should have activated Rinbrum? No, it's not Rinbrum that we need to activate. It's Cartesia we needed to activate. I shouldn't have let them go end phase. Because I needed the follow-up. What do we do? Do we just try to activate it? Just try to resolve it? Yeah, that's a real problem. The thing we can hope on is that Ash and Retribution still hold them off next turn. And then we can play this turn. This is where Verte would have been nice. It was, yeah, it was Granguinol sent like Lenatus or something. Probably not Lenatus, because they do have Ash. They might have just Ashed the Granguinol. Do you think they played 3 F and V? I need to Ash this anyway. Malulu, Ash in the hand. One unknown. Malulu, Ash, but the one in the hand was clearly not Ketu or Branded Fusion. They would have used it last turn. So if they drop a Ketu or a Rahu now, we know that it was the top deck. And we know that it's probably the safe Retribution. So that they only have 2 plays maximum, right? It's the normal Malulu fused with the Ash and the top deck. That's like their maximum plays. They can also Malulu fuse with the other card if it's a monster. But it's still 2 plays. Okay. I think this is the Retribution. I'm not gambling on them drawing another play. Fuse Mirror Jade? No. Actually, we have a decent amount of plays here, actually. Because we can Rinbrum to summon an Albaz, and then that triggers to get Cartesia with the Sword Soul. We could do that. Yeah, and Retri F next turn is good too. We have hella play. We have some play. The thing about plays versus Dracotail, this is why it's a good matchup for Dracotail. Because even if Branded has plays, as long as those plays are not negates, Dracotail also has a lot of plays, right? If they get the spell to go through, they have a lot. So even if we have stuff, it's still a game. It's not like it's different from playing against like Baron Savage Appaloosa because you actually resolve stuff versus Branded. Joel, hello nothing. Joel to you too. And they play Secretarian. Yeah, Secretarian I would say is like 30% of the bad matchup. I do think the other 70% is just the way that they have bombs into your board that actually kind of break it. Do you play Malulu? No. I do not play Malulu. Okay, this time we will get ourselves some follow-up. I can't rely on the Retri for Brafu because they do have Ash. So I have to rely on this Cartesia instead. Two of their spells are in the graveyard, so I think it's kind of unlikely for them to draw another one. That's a good point, yeah. Good point. And we draw the perfect draw anyway. Okay, they've got something. Is it Femina? It's Ash and two unknowns. Spect Veil, yeah, sure. Sure. It's game if we just flip to attack. Should probably just do that. I mean, it doesn't play around Magnamut specifically. Do we play around Magnamut just in case? Probably should. Okay, apologies for the loud car. Let's play around Magnamut, I guess. Yeah, GG. That was a pretty cool one. I really like that turn 1 chaos. That's an interesting dynamic in the matchup. If it's Mag, they would have banished Carter Albaz. Probably, yeah. It's just, I didn't think it was Magnamut, because you probably summoned the Magnamut earlier. I just wanted to play around it for the sake of efficiency, though, right? Thoroughness, not efficiency. It's just to be thorough, because you can't lose, so. Oh, fuck, I did it again. I need to stop remembering to toggle on, because we're already toggled on now. We changed our settings. This has to be high spirits. What's the best thing you need to play Master Duel on? Definitely a PC. 100% PC. We have Ash for Maxi. They didn't Ash High Spirit, so that's probably not Ash. It's probably Fua Maxi. So I'm gonna try and do the April line. Right? I think people know to Ash High Spirits. If it's the first play that you do, I think people know to Ash it. Actually, we don't even need to risk the Maxi because we got to send a dragon anyway. So we could send Albion here, and then we just make Mirror Jade directly instead of going through it, which is like pretty free. Okay, no Maxi. It is just Ash. Okay. It is just Ash. That's perfectly fine. I'm pretty happy to pass on Super Poly Ash Fallen. The April line was promised since 300 years ago. Let's send Cartesia or Ecclesia just to get a discard here. Which one do I like more? I like Cartesia more because I don't have a second discard for Albaz. And this is Eretri. What rank would phone be on? Phone is pretty bad way to play Master Duel. Did we cut Nadia? No, we're still playing one Nadia. Oh. Oh no. Oh, does this mean what I think it means? This is a card that Shapes play, right? Do you do Ash? Book of Eclipse? Probably not. It's only Quem. I don't care about the Albaz. But if it is Shapes, there's a chance that we don't Ash anything else, ever. But if it is Shapes, I also like the flip back up. I think I'm not gonna Ash. Because you can Ash Shapes on like the scales. It's not. It's not Shapes. Yeah, okay. I didn't think it was Shapes, because Shapes don't play Ash. Oh my god, it's not even remotely what I thought it was. I will Ash Shining Sark. They added Kyrie. Do they already have Tracked? Yeah. Why is Orcust on book? Why are you assuming it's Orcust? There is Shining Sark like all the way on Gadget Trio. Why are we assuming that this is Orcust? I think we can wait. I can wait to FNV the... This is bait. I can wait to FMV the important part of the Beansmith combo. And then Retribution whatever the extender is. And we know that there's only a trap in hand, so... Could also have just super polyed there. Okay, if they're activating this now, I will super poly. And I'm not gonna make Dogma, I'm gonna make Jade. Yeah, GG. I feel like Eclipse is never great into a fusion deck. Yeah, it tends not to be. Oh, I'll show the deck list real quick. This is what we were playing. I'm still on the one Nadia because I really don't like it going second. I really don't like it. But I can't find a better starter / extender. I can't find a better engine starter. I don't like the other ones even more. So I'm on just one. OG Kit. OG Kit is a worse starter because it's a normal summon. I do like OG Kit sometimes, but not a lot. Cockatorium in the corner. It's a normal summon. Cockatorium is basically Nadia but worse. Because it's like even worse going second, because it just gets removed. And it's a normal summon going first. Okay. Alright, Magnets combo. Magnets movie time. Let me sit back, crack open a cold one. Cold monster. And enjoy the Magnets movie. This might be the only hand that have a chance to break full magnet combo board. So we have Albaz and Spolly. So is there a chance that we break it with Mirror Jade? We also have this, which is a good breaker. And we can also full combo with High Spirits. So it's possible. If they end on Notoria Beast, that would be pretty funny because they can't negate Super Poly. But we'll see. We'll see what they make. They might go too wide. If there's too many boss monsters, it might be too wide. Look at the annoying orange. When they summon cards, look at the the effects around the orange. It looks like the orange is like glowing. Wait for them to synchro or something. Look at the extra deck effects. I don't even remember the full Magna end board because I just scoop. it's it's different, right? I feel like the first one I saw was Baron Naturia Beast with magnet stuff. But they can do whatever they want. Barrier statue, we're cooked. Oh, did they search barrier statue? Oh no. Well, we have FMV for it. Is that possible? We have normal summon Albaz attack over it into Super Poly. Is that possible? Good day, April. Hope your day is going well today. Thank you, Carrot. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. They would just bounce. Is FNV likely to help? Is it gonna help? We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. They'll not beast it. No. Don't not beast it. Is this why people were playing the Super Poly target for magnets, the Flux guy, so that they can make something under the barrier statue? I guess it makes a little bit of sense. I didn't think that was a good idea because magnets is not popular. Nobody actually plays magnets. Like, it's 1 in 50 games. So I didn't think it was a good idea, but I see the idea now. Yeah, if you use the barrier statue and the Nat Beast, I see it. I see the vision. There's Nat Beast. The Nut Beast. Oh, wait. Sprite Elf is here? Hold? That means the guy won't be protected? Surely? Cringe? It's a little cringe. I like how the eyes of Glossy Makuria shine. Do they? Oh, they do! Wait, they do, look at that. There's like a wave of gloss, and then over the card art, and then the eyes glow separately. It's pretty cool. It's time to put the block back in the lock. It's time to re-block the block. Relock the block. This is a one card combo, by the way. They started with this card. They just started with normal summon this. There's no way it's a one card combo. SP. Wait, where's the bounce? Where's the card that bounces it? It is? No way. Wait, where's the bounce? Where's the card that bounces? Oh, they're gonna make it now, right? Like, they're gonna make it now. Because it's Earth. No, no, they don't have room. Hold? Wait, hold? When your opponent activates card or effect, target destroy. Okay, hold. We can normal Albaz. We can attack over the barrier statue with Albaz. This back row does not remove Albaz, right? This back row does not remove Albaz. Surely. Do I draw first? Probably not. No, I probably do draw. I probably draw first, right? If it's bonding, we win. Wait, doesn't bonding fuse? Doesn't it? Doesn't the spell fuse into the guy that bounces? Let's draw a card. It's probably the bonding spell, because they don't play any other spells. Sure. Sure. Look, fuck. I should not have drew. I should not have drew. Fuck. Okay, we just hope it's Impom. We just simply hope it's Impom. We drew. Oh no. No, no, it's the bounce guy. Do they have time? This looks ass. It is ass. This looks ass. This Flux? Yeah. But which earth monster will they bounce? Will they bounce their barrier statue? No. Also thank you to Vux Gaming for following. I'm just trying to make them time out at this point. That's all I'm trying to do. We send Ecclesia and try to shuffle? They'd have to Baron that at least? You know what? That was another out, yeah. That was another out. That they still had an out for, mind you. They still had an out for it. Okay, GG. Good try. Good try. Trade Earth Barrier for Wind? No. I don't want to see Flu. I would rather play against Magnets every time than Flu, even without the Wind statue. Flu can stay dead. I'm worried they won't touch this after the WCQ. Yeah, they might not. It's just not... It's not popular enough. Fuck, I did it again! Okay, at least we got it. If I sub, will you bless my pulls later today? Yes, Miss Belicious. I will bless your pulls. Mwah. Blast. This is Ecclesia. We drew Kit again. We drew Kit again. F those buds, Joshua Schmidt. Yeah. Okay, if we drew Kit, that means we can still normal summon the Kit. Yeah. I see the line. It's Descend Titaniclad, which was pretty risky because we didn't have a maxi out, but so be it. Okay, Impalm. That's fine. That is fine. The pact is fulfilled. Thank you, Miss B. Okay, so Albion. To be fair, actually, sending Titaniclad is a little bit nicer if you have Brathu in your hand. Because if you end up having to use it, like through Impalm, it's more redundant, right? If you just have an Albion here, because you want to summon Albion with this, so... I actually think it was a good idea, maybe. Let's send Cartesia. Oh, they got another one? Yeah, okay, they got another one. Okay, so what we can do here is Lenatus. We could Lenatus just to get that Albion in the graveyard. You could send the Dragon that Devours the Dogma and choose what to send regardless. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's a good idea to just send Dogma Dragon every time without thinking. I think that's not correct. They had something else. Is that a third Impalm? Is this just Sword Soul? So that we have better chance of getting to the pieces if something gets banished? I think it is. I'm gonna set this for reliability because I don't have a big board. Is it not setting Branded High Spirits? We should probably have set it, yeah. We should probably have set it. That was a way to trigger this, trigger Quam reliably. This was a misplay. We should have set the High Spirits. They did have something, but they didn't imperm Quam. Which is reasonable. But it makes me think it's not imperm. That name is Crystron. Ah! They did have the third imperm. Okay. We only on one grind? Correct. We're only on one grind. We still have a good amount of plays here. With oh, that's the worst thing it could have possibly been. What do you, huh? If you have 3 traps in your graveyard with engage, do you have to draw 2 cards? What? Huh? You're not supposed to put traps in the graveyard. You're supposed to put spells. Okay, well, we do have a play with Rainbrum. Yeah, this board could have been a lot better if we just set the High Spirits. That would have been really nice. Ew. Why are we adding this? You can discard 1 spell to special this? Surely not. Surely not. This card Widow Anchor? Like, surely not, you know? Is this yummy? I guess it could be yummy. I guess that could be why they're playing this? No, there's no way it's yummy. It's RB? Oh, it's RB. Right, it's RB. Did they play Ray? Does RB play Ray? Okay, they need the machines. I will pop this one. I mean, they're all machines. No, this one's a warrior, but you know. And now we fuse. Yeah, we actually had so much going on. Once they triggered the Granganol. If we had High Spirits, it would have been like a even more. I don't think it's niche when 90% of branded players play too. Are you talking about Granganol? I don't think you need 2. I think you can play 1 or 2. That's kind of the end of it for me. I don't really want to. I get why, but you don't need it. No, this is Sky Striker. This is genuine Striker. We're just playing a little weirdly. Damn. It's not niche to play 2? No, it's not. It's more niche to play 2 than 1, I think. It's probably equal. I think you can play 1 or 2. It's really just whatever, in my opinion. I don't think you need to. Okay, play 3 then. OCG love 1, TCG love 2. Yeah, and I hate to say it, but TCG has famously been the worst game for solving branded. OCG and Master Duel do it a little bit better. Okay. Is this... This hand is great? This hand is not great. Is this... Is this Fua first? So that if they ash it, we can at least ash this. Okay, it's resolved. OCG only need one because they're locking people? Yeah, in the OCG, don't they literally have Gimmick Puppet Nightmare? Don't they literally still have Gimmick Puppet? What is that all about? They got all the new support and they still have Gimmick Puppet. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because you would still do it. If you had Gimmick Puppet in Master Duel, you would still play it. You would still try to go for the lock. Because it's just such a free win. It wins through Fua because they can't summon. It would be such a free win. Okay, mix, pass. Okay. Oh, thank God we drew a good card. What about Ido? That's also banned. Ido is also banned in Master Duel. So I'm thinking normal Cartesia. Honestly, if they don't chain this now, we could have super polyed it. That would sort of fix a lot of things, maybe. That would stop a lot of the end board. We just spoly these two for Granguinol, then Branded Fusion. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. There's no Ash to be worried about because they would have Ashed Fua. So the Branded Fusion is kind of safe. Okay, the Granguinol's not safe, but sure. The more minus they go, that's actually fine. Because if they don't have follow-up, that's good. If this is KTS, we can Ash it. And check this out. I think we can go Albion. And then do we affect? Do we affect? Probably. Yeah. And then we can summon Cartesia. And Lubellion is a bit weird because we have to banish Albion. So I think maybe like Rinbrum or something. Or just directly to Mirajade. Direct to Mirajade, How do we kill this turn? What's the plan to kill them? We don't. No, we do have a plan to kill them. Second Granganol would be nice. We do have a plan to kill. It involves Dogma Dragon. Like this. I think this should be playable. Yeah, there's probably a better way to do this. This might have been Branded Fusion for a different card. I don't know what the back row could be though. I don't want to drop Super Poly for Garura if it's just an Impon, because that literally stops the OTK. And it doesn't put anything meaningful into the graveyard. Probably the Elf Note Trap, and the Elf Note Trap might beat me, right? They would have Imponed. They would have Imponed if they had it. I think we can safely do this. We have Ash for follow-up anyway. Yeah, this was a little weird. This was a little bit awkward. It is Cool Tune Synchro, which it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, so I shouldn't even Ash it. But I'm gonna Ash it. It played into Gamma to do that. It wasn't for the disrespect. Genuinely, that was just me not being certain. I thought, what if they chained a card that could summon itself? Then suddenly they make a synchro. Like, we could actually lose from there. Add clip. I mean, it was the battle phase, so clip didn't matter, which is why we didn't need to Ash it. Yeah, if they had Gamma there, it would have been very scary. What's your favorite deck? This one. Branded. Oh no, it's a branded mirror match. They can't Gamma with KTS on the field though, right? Gamma just needs to control no monsters. It's Cool Tune. Okay. Cool Tune with Desires as their opening play. That could potentially be really bad for them. They still have a Rotary. Who knows how many Synchros they have. Isn't Pot of Desires dumb because you could banish the 10 card you need? Yeah, but you could also not banish 10 cards that you really need, and you guarantee draw 2. It's such a fucked up card in my opinion. I wish they never made Desires. It's one of those cards that if it's optimal, you still don't enjoy playing it just because of the chance of insta losing. Remember Pot of Greed exists? I mean, yes. Pot card should never exist. Yeah, honestly, name an interesting pot. Name one pot card that's actually interesting. Why is my opponent thinking? Do they have Ash? Were they loading up the stream? Dichotomy? Not interesting. And thank you to Tricky Chicky for following. Okay, finally giving me a draw. Thank you. I really needed that draw. Not a great draw, though. Pot of Greed. Yeah, try playing LOB format. Pot of Greed is so fun. So interesting. Oh, that reminds me. Did anyone watch Joshua Schmidt's format ranking? Where he ranked every format in history? I saw that, and I was really confused that he put LOB format, like the very early days of Yu-Gi-Oh, the first few sets. I'm really confused that he put them anything other than dead last. Because I don't understand how those formats are not the worst Yu-Gi-Oh possible. Right? At least in Snake Eye format, you can play a rogue deck, and every time you don't play against Snake Eye, you're still playing interesting games. But in LOB format, when literally all you could play was Vanilla Beatdown, it's literally dog shit format. Okay, they do have a KTS, and they did set it. Hand is not good. This is where I really wish I played Theseus. This one's gonna have to be Dogma Dragon, I think. And we just go battle phase. I feel like they have Ash, because they thought for so long on my Fua I feel like they actually do have Ash. Okay. If they link away the track maker or synchro away, then do I mind? Do I cold buy it? I feel like I hold this for Ash. Adding Q. I wonder how current branded would do against full power tier. I think full power tier would still win. It's the shufflers that are just so oppressive. As soon as you get a couple of shufflers, you don't have any main phase 3 at all in branded. I think tier would win. Because having 6 shufflers with full power tier was absolutely insane. Yeah, let's just let this die so that we can call by later. Okay, look at this. End phase without setting any quick plays. I guess if they have Ash, the Zaylin does check me. Okay, no Ash. Hold. Hold. They're letting it die. They're not even trying to do anything. Oh, right. Ah, because I can't fuse with anything. Oh my god damn it. I do this, but I do this a lot actually. I completely blank on what happens if they let themselves die. Oh, now we can't do much. I guess we just summon an Albaz like this. I should have set the Super Poly. Mission failed successfully. I have to do something very weird. Look at this. And now we Spolly. Now we genuinely Spolly to just make Albion. Yeah. End phase Spolly. Discard kit. I wonder if that set is another KTF. I really hope they do something so I can get value out of my cold buy. This could revive Ecclesia. And then we could banish the Merc. It might be an Impom, because there's not been a great Impom yet. we add the Golden Sword Soul, right? Because it's useful in the hand. And then we make Big Jade. Big MJ. Furious would be really good here to pop the Albion and the mix and then get the Albion set. But this is fine. Mirror Jade is fine. I don't wanna use my Lubellion, to be honest. I would like to leave the body on the board just in case. They added a Q to the hand, so you know what? I'm just gonna call by Q. And good luck. Good luck, Cool Tune. It is KTS. Okay, well, in this situation, do we like banishing? Yeah. Send Albion. And they have a lot of banished resources. And this gets FNV or Retribution. Retribution's pretty good, but Q is the only one that activates, so I think it's FNV. Because they won't normal summon Q or activate it, and the other ones don't. We can't Retribution the field spell effect, so it is FNV. Nice. Thank you to Massa Tolv to Saiyan. Thank you. Thank you for following. I apologize. We should just pop now. Sending the Synchro is pretty good for follow-up. Okay, they do have the third. Ah, fuck. That's a game winner. That's a game-winning play. They have the third one. Maybe we can hit him with the Golden Sword Soul, cheeky attack negate in the battle phase. That could be our win condition right now. This is one of the reasons why I didn't shuffle back the Lubellion. Because if they do have serious gameplay, I would really like to have a bigger board, you know? And they're popping it. They just name it Keck W Toon Synchro? No, I don't think it's called that, Anna. Not quite. Q effect? Q effect? Look at your opponent's hand. It's fine. It's weird Lubelli doesn't have a grave effect. It is kind of weird that he doesn't have a grave effect. He's the only one that doesn't. Maybe back in 2022 when they printed it, they thought that it was way too strong of a card already. which is like fair enough, I guess. He's just a stepping stone, like Nagito. Yeah, he shovels himself back, so fair enough that they don't want the game plan to be you confused trying to put it in the graveyard when it's supposed to be shuffled back. Oh, they timed out. Nice. I think we were gonna be fine. I think the Golden Sword Soul was way too pressuring there, because they could not have killed me through the Golden Sword Soul. That was gonna be problematic for them. I did it again. When will I burn this habit? We have to try High Spirits first, I think. Too slow. It's not that I'm too slow. I never used to be too slow. I got really good at High Spirits in the draw phase, but then we changed the settings to be always on. So instinctively, I'm turning it back off with my fast reflexes, you know? That's what's happening. Is that no hand traps for my opponent? What is the menu option to have it set on? I don't really know. Chat just told me what to press last night. Okay, being able to summon Kwam from the graveyard here, very important. Good job we can summon from the graveyard. Rat Jam, hello, I love fanboy milk. Hello. You're in a good place. Welcome to the stream. What a name. Did your last branded guide go over combos? Yes. I assume you mean the 25-hour one. I'm gonna be going over some better combos, some more efficient combo guides, in a video. Either tomorrow or something like tomorrow. I'll probably make another one, a short little video for combos. I like the combo vid. Thank you, Anna. I worked really hard on it. It took a lot of energy to not make it longer. It took a lot of energy to keep it at only 7 minutes. This is the line, by the way, for the person in chat that really wanted to see the line. This is the Albaz 1-card combo line that I like to do. It's exactly the same line as the 1-card combo line. And it works because you play Dogmatica, Ecclesio. Ignore the super polys, ignore the fact that we started with high spirits. It literally made no difference, I promise. It literally made no difference. But this is the line. And thankfully our opponent is letting us showcase it. So the sets, it's able to end on Retribution and also Makuria, which is the ideal situation to be in versus Dracotel, and also somewhat the mirror match as well. Because the Fallen and the Virtuous is pretty weak in those matchups, comparatively. And you also end on Jade, and you end on Jade without using Branded in red. So it's a really nice line. Not to mention you get, you know, Quam, Cartesia, Ecclesia, which is like the bare minimum. And then this happens. This always happens when I set Retribution. They always MST it. It's one of the downsides of it. But that's fine, because if they MST it, that means it's not branded or Dracotel. So it wasn't that important anyway. Rota. Okay, it's Sky Striker with a heavy Radiant Typhoon engine. Yeah, okay. Well, Sky Striker is not particularly good into Mirror Jade if they start with Ray. They really want to start with spells. Yeah, look at this. This is not amazing. If they let me activate, I can Mirror Jade Banish. And if they chose to activate with priority, we can just Makuria it. Oh no! I will spend my Synchro on that. Widow Anchor? F and V, yeah, that's pretty good. They sent their own Ecclesia. That's a little bit annoying. Because now I don't dodge the call button. I'm gonna activate it to see if they ash it. It's always worth doing this. When they called by Merc. Always activate it just to see what happens. Unless you need the chain. But you know. They're not activating. In this situation, I think I will activate Grand Guignol just to get bodies on the board. I will activate Makuria. And I'm actually going to activate Quam, because in this exact scenario where they're threatening a pot, I feel like getting Kit onto the board is a pretty nice security. It's better than trying to like reset the Mirror Jade, because that's not going to happen. This should have been Chainlink 3 just in case they ashed it, but you know. Proskinian is also important to get rid of the Ecclesia, which should have been Albion. I don't know why they sent Ecclesia. If it was Albion, it would have been important to banish it too. Yeah. Okay, they're letting us... I will banish it then. Let the bodies hit the board. Yeah, you see how Kit works nicely against this exact scenario? It doesn't matter what they pop, like out of the important cards, Kit eventually can just bring it back. Oh, okay. Interesting. Do we... No, our Super Poly is just Garura right now. I think this is fine. And I'll do it again, Kit. Look at her. She's slaughtering innocents. Yeah, Cartesia is probably the right one to pop. And we can just wait. I don't have an Albaz in play, which is the one thing that I didn't get access to. Because I stopped my Cartesia, my Ecclesia. Oh my god, excuse me? Excuse me? Okay, well... I'll banish your Ace 0. We're cooked? We're not cooked. Also, I'm gonna discard my Ecclesia, because it comes back anyway. We make Garura so that we can draw a card. And Kit's gonna float. How cool is that? Oh, wait. Wait, actually we can turn Preskynian and their Exciton into Garura. Wait, that's pretty cool. I didn't notice that. Okay. What are they triggering right now? Oh, Rose. Okay. This is awkward actually. Oh, we shouldn't have put it in the EMZ. Fuck. We could have played around that. We should have not put it in the EMZ. Wait, I'm so silly. Because now we gave them Rose for free. And they even negate what we summon. Which could have been a really important card. Yeah, damn. Damn. I guess we'll summon Mirajade? Albion? No, I'm a little spooked. I'll summon Mirajade. Not that it does anything. Last card engage? It could be. Yeah, this was actually huge. I think we misplayed big time though. They can't kill me. They definitely can't kill me because they can't do damage. But yeah, this was still a misplay. This should have just gone in the mains of Monster Zone, and then they wouldn't have had this. Also, if it wasn't for the Rose, we could have summoned the Quam. Quam would have been the better draw. Then we send Albaz to have a Renbrum live. And Quam also threatens to revive Mirajade anyway. No, not shot cannon. Wait, look at this shit. They had no cards. They had one card. We messed up a lot. Okay, they can't take Mirajade because it's negated. Good try. Are they gonna set Widow set Shark? Lock in April, this is rank up? I know it's the rank up. I think if we play the next turn properly, this should be pretty easy. So we have a lot of follow-up. This doesn't help them. Okay, they're bouncing. Why are they bouncing? This feels like an early Lemniscate. We send Albion. The Shark Cannon to negate my Shuffler is gonna be mean. But nothing else does anything. No, okay, we have to. I hope they bounce. Bouncing would be pretty good. They did bounce. Okay, let's get F and V. Okay. I think I'm gonna, if I start with the Synchro, they will probably Shot Cannon it to prevent me from recycling. Are they likely to have a Widow Anchor? How many did they shuffle? 2. We can F and V my own Widow. I'm gonna start with this to make Shark Cannon forced. Let's put back Albion. Okay, we hit the F and V, but why did they chain it? Why did they chain it? I mean, to be fair, this does the same job as yeah, chaining it does the same job as Shot Cannon because it doesn't shuffle. So we still don't recycle here. Yeah, that was a big shame actually. We should have targeted the monster. We should have actually targeted the monster. You can have my Quem. If you take Quem, now you can't Shot Cannon. You can activate it to send an FMV. Sure, waste one of your FMVs. Yeah, that's all of them accounted for now. Perfect. And now we can just go like Branded Fusion into Lubellion. They turned off their own Shot Cannon, yeah. Not really sure why. They thought Quam must be really good or something. Oh, because it's not Shark. They kept the Shark in the hand? Okay, whatever. I mean, that's still not a disruption, so... Surely they don't find Maxi. That's the Widow Anchor. We make a Dogma Dragon here. Shuffling back Banished Albaz. Other Dogma. And Albion. No. Rebellion. Yeah, let me start putting things in the EMZ actually. That's a good quest. That's a good point. And now we can shuffle back Albion and GG. If we played that properly, that was surely easily winning. Surely. We surely killed them that turn. Anyway, we finally made it to Master 1. How is our gem count looking? Did Omega throw with the Widow Anchor? Yes, they also Omega threw even more with the Revive Quem. That was also a useless effect. Yeah, we have everything. We have 5,000. We could do a little poll. We could do a little poll at some point. We have 200 UR dust. So we could do a little bit more whaling. But let me play some rated. Let me play an hour or so of rated. Oh, fuck. Nope, I'm on the wrong deck. Did you show the list? This is my list. This is the list I'm playing right now. It's so shiny. It is so shiny. I have a lot of royals. Not an amazing hand going second. Which deck do you feel more confident, Dracotel or Branded? Confident. I would rather play Branded because I know it better, but I'm not awful at Dracotel. This new build I haven't practiced much, but I'm not sure what I think is yeah, that's my answer. My answer has ceased. Okay, cool tune. This is gonna be a hard one. What is V3? What is V3? It's a lot of things. No, not good cards. Don't banish my Sword Soul. Like, they're not gonna banish the Sword Soul. They're gonna give me the Sword Soul. Surely, yeah. What is hope? Maybe we'll find out tonight when we play some Danganronpa. Remix in Zaylin. This is the real standard board, the Trif end board, plus Cool Tune Synchro. Hopefully they don't have hand traps. Is this even Walbaz? Surely it is Walbaz. I don't know though. It could be Cartesio. Hmm. It's gotta be Walbaz. It's gotta be. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Way too good of a card. Yeah, we need to send these Albaz fusions. So it's this, so that we can get F and V in the end phase. And this is sort of a must negate, right? Because the threat of Alenitus immediately after exists to get rid of Zaylin. So they sort of have to deal with this. No. Let's see if they let me Lenitus. Nope, they do not. This is Colton Synchro. So what if we chain to summon OG Albaz? How are they stopping that? They can make RS, that's how. They make RS with this effect. That's how? Zaylin too? I mean, Zaylin doesn't really stop anything. As long as you have quick plays, Zaylin doesn't stop anything. Yeah, I think we follow the game plan, which is to Albaz fuse in the end phase. That's the most reliable way to break a Cool Tune board. Following the game plan. Adding Q is interesting. Adding Q for follow-up, revive, RS, fuse with the board. I thought that they would summon Mix, add RS, and then fuse with this Mix, so that the Mix on the board still gets them follow-up. I thought that's what they would do. Just as Trif has taught us, yeah. Always end on Zaylin Remix, as Trif taught us. Okay, so just Q as the follow-up. Popping the white dragon. Okay, but what if We let this resolve. Now what if... What if we try to Ecclesia and we summon another Wildbaz? I feel like that's pretty threatening. Oh fuck, the Wildbaz is banished. Oh no. Okay, it might be... What is the answer then? What's the answer? Is it summon this, no effect? Oh fuck, this one Wildbaz being banished is bad. I should just summon the Sword Soul at this point. I should just summon the Sword Soul. Yeah, okay, that was bad. Where's the other Wildbaz? Banished. He was banished with Q. They negate with RS, then we Lenitus? They don't negate with RS. They negate with Zaylin. And if we try to block the Zaylin, they negate with RS anyway. So it doesn't matter if we Lenitus at that point. I want the Albaz in the deck. I need to go Lubellion now. Yeah, I need to go Lubellion now. Wait, this card negates Branded Fusion. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. No, that's fine. That is fine. That is fine. This was always gonna happen. Maybe it was some Albaz. It's not this. Yeah, I think it's just go to the end phase like always, isn't it? And hope they don't have Ash. This felt winnable. This felt winnable. This one felt winnable. I'll summon you. Then I'll go end phase. And this will surely resolve. Fuck you. Fuck you and your Ash. Was it winnable then? Was it unwinnable? Maybe. It might have been unwinnable then. It might have been unwinnable. Yeah, that's game over. I don't think anything mattered. I think we were always losing. Ecclesia was really bad. Dogmatic or Ecclesia. Felt like a really bad draw. Going second. As it normally is. Maybe she gets the cut? Okay, solid hand. That looks like a maxi. I think if you gold sock for Makuria and you don't ash it, I think you're trolling. So Fua? Vela? Wait, Vela's actually fine? I mean, it's fine, but it does change the combo a little bit. If I summon Cartesia, and then we Synchro, I don't have the Sword Soul, so I don't have like all the extra bodies. If we go Cut, make Ecclesia. Ecclesia banish, summon Quem. Quem send Kit. Kit revive Albaz. Then we have to Synchro. We can normal Fuo as well, actually. We have to Synchro with the Quem. Yeah, it's not great. Do we Synchro then at all? Or do we go Branded Fusion? I feel like Branded Fusion is better. I'm not gonna Synchro. Okay. They had something else, but we'll never know. In what league? This is Rated Duels. This is Rated Duels. It comes after Master. Can you lose your rank? You can't lose rated, but you can lose rating. Oh no. Can you drop all the way to 0? I think 1200 is the lowest. What does a Zodiac combo do? What does one Ratpier do these days? I guess we'll find out. It could be any deck, right? This could be Zodiac Pure. No, Zodiac Pure is not a thing. It could be Terrorist. Yeah. It could be Lunalite. It could be Snake Eye. It could be Radiant Typhoon. Zodiac. They're adding Swan, so Radiant Typhoon's looking like the answer. The way you can just special this, by the way. The way you can just special Swan going first. Is it just me, or is Swan like actually like a really overpowered card? We're going into wait, what? It's not Malice, right? It's Emerald. What are we using these for? All we did was okay. We're playing Megala. We're playing Megala, so it is Radiant Typhoon. We drew a card. Are we gonna summon the fourth rat? Ratpier again. Okay, rat number 4. Let's hit the board. They can go rat number 5. Eclipse Twins. Ryziel? What? Huh? No, this is an FTK. This has to be some sort of FTK. What are they doing? Is my Spolly enough? Am I gonna get FTK'd? Emerald to recycle again. Huh. This looks sus. This looks hella sus. This looks hella sus. Yeah, here comes rat number 5. Rat number 5. Is this Malice? Imagine they bridge into Malice eventually. Okay, rat number 6. Rat number 6. I watched this in Josh's stream. This is so bad looking for you. Why, is it an FTK? Is it an actual, like, turn 1 kill? Chorozo, here's another criminal. You see Chorozo and Reprodokus on your opponent's board? It's a bad sign. There's Dryden. But where's the combo? Where's the part that wins the game? So far I see 1 disruption. Phonics. Onyx? We're playing big Radiant Typhoon. Crocia, yeah. We're on big Radiant Typhoon deck, but with Zodiacs? It's 100% bridges and no end board. Yeah, okay. We're adding MST and Ascendance. Look at the size of the hand. Huh? Who? If this card is Link summoned, special summon a level 5 Hydra Gunity. When your opponent activates a spell or trap, send an equipped spell, negate it. Baron. Send to the graveyard, target a Dragunity, equip it. Okay. So we have Spell Trap negate, Omni negate, MST, Ascendance, Trident Pop, Phonics in the graveyard, another set, it's probably Droplet or something. Read the link for first line. Your opponent can activate the effects of monsters in the graveyard. Well, how about that? Well, how about that? Okay, if I know my slot, they're about to drop Maxi. We can still beat this, right? This is still easily beaten. Is it not? Oh, they're searching for it. They're searching for the Maxi. Yeah, this is not that bad, right? Yeah, here's a negate. There's 2 MSTs, 1 MST, but one of them is set. Yeah, okay. So what are you gonna do about this? We send Titan? No, I should have sent Dogma. What am I doing? There it is. There's the Maxi, but that's fine. That's totally fine. 3 cards in your extra deck. I'm pretty sure if I break the board, you lose. I don't care about your hand. Ghost Spell is totally fine. We literally have Ecclesia in the hand. Yeah, so what if I specialed? Now what if I super polyed? We have to fuse away this guy so that we can activate in the graveyard. Okay. Now we can This is fine, right? This is forcing a lot of stuff. They're gonna negate the graveyard effect. I was thinking about chain blocking it, but I don't think I need to. They will negate this, right? Yeah. Do you think it's worth trying a branded fusion? I feel like branded fusion is getting ashed with the quickness. So maybe we shouldn't bother, but like what else are we gonna do? We already have FMV. Try and resolve it. Huh? Excuse me? What do you mean it resolved? Huh? What do you mean it resolved? Okay, well in that case, I'll send Kit. I'm gonna shuffle back Mirror Jade with Dogma, I think. I think that's the plan. Can we deck them out? Mirror Jade? Wait, maybe we just summon Mirror Jade. What do we send here? Ecclesia? Ecclesia would be okay. If you can actually win, I'll subscribe. Okay. Well, if that's the case. If that's the case, then I will win. See? I told you we'd win. We were so easily gonna win. Did you see that extra deck? Did you see that extra deck? They had 3 cards left in their extra deck. The Monster Negate was banished. Radiant Typhoon has no way to get it back. They had nothing. They had a bunch of cards, a bunch of wheels to spin, but no substance. No genuine substance to play with. They would have lost to the board. Or in a grind game. Easy. Have you had a chance to play with the other variants? Springen's variant looks cool. Springen's variant? What is a Springen's deck? I don't know what Springen's look like these days. Yeah, I was really hoping they'd play that out. That would have been a much more interesting game if they actually like proved right by trying to play it out and they proved that they couldn't win. That would be more interesting. But it was good. Also, thank you to Savage for the gift sub. Thank you. Thank you for the gift sub, Savage. We should get a daily puzzle for Yu-Gi-Oh! Where we solve complicated board states and try to break it. You know the old DS games used to do that, right? The old Nintendo DS games used to have a win this turn puzzle. They were always really interesting. Well, this is unfortunate. This is highly unfortunate. The 1 in a million chance happened. Guess Albrafu. And it's resolved. Okay. Well, I kind of like Albion to banish Merc from the hand. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna send this plus Kit to revive Kit just in case we get Impalmed or Ghostbelled. If we get Ghostbelled, we negate. That's really crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Those old school puzzles were goated? Yeah, I remember loving those. Those were really fun. I'm gonna banish from the hand, I think. Just straight up get Wildbaz on the board. Banish to make Mirror Jade like this. Any decklist update? No, not really. I don't think so. We're not playing anything different. But we are in rated duels now. Is it better to go Dog Ecclesia here? Dog Ecclesia? No, I don't think so. We're still on 2 Nadia? I'm on 1 Nadia. I'm playing 1 Nadia 7 right now. Dog Ecclesia. Dog Ecclesia. Okay, so should we activate Ecclesia to get Albion in the grave, or shall we just make Lenatus? What is better here? I do kind of like getting the Quem in play. Maybe? We don't really have access to Quem very much, so... We could fuse these two into Lenatus with the Cartesia, but that's the same thing. Hello, Pro. Hello, chat. Hello, Dulhax. Hello, hello. I'm not sure what the play I want to do is. Just make Lenatus pass. It's probably that. It's probably just this. Be nice and simple. Could Grang? Yeah, but Grang is like we'd have to give up the Ecclesia on the board. Or the Cartesia. And I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna make a very solid board here and hope it's enough. Borrowload would have been nice, yeah. Borrowload would have been nice here. We just make a Borrowload. That would have been very free. Oh no, it's a weird deck. What is this, Tenpai? What do you mean sales ban? What do you mean sales ban, bro? Can we chain it? Is it shapes? I don't think it's shapes. It's probably Tenpai. It's probably Tenpai or something. I'm gonna activate it. I'm gonna get Rinbrum in the grave, because I don't want to be restricted to popping before Rinbrumming. We might as well banish the Mirror Jade itself, right? Mitsu? Okay, actually Mitsu. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Okay. Might as well do this. We're gonna get Murakumo. Is Shapes slang for Enneacraft? Yes. Shapes is a slur against Enneacraft. Mitsu Tenpai. Salesman is an interesting card. Yeah, Futsu, Murakumo. I'm gonna send this to draw a card, I think. I'd really like a discard. Just to beat the Murakumo discard. Oh, 4. Wait, we could maybe... Okay, no, it's too late. It's too late. We could have popped this before they summoned, and then we could have Fuad. That would have actually been, like, good play, right? I'm gonna do it. It would have been better if we could pop it. Let's go Dogma Dragon. Actually, Dogma was wrong. Because I'm gonna have to summon a Dogma. We don't have Jade. This is gonna be someone from deck. I'm gonna chain Fualos. Fuwalosi. Fuwawawa. Oh wow, would you look at that? That's a draw of all time. Damn. That Garura was so clutch, yeah. That Garura was super clutch. It's not gonna matter too much if they kill me anyway. GG. Also thank you to the one player for following. They're so mad about my Fua into max C draws. They're so mad about that. Anyway, chat. I think I'll end the stream here now because in about an hour and a bit, an hour and 20 minutes, we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back with Danganronpa, so I want to give myself a little bit of time for a break, eat some dinner or something. So yeah, I'll end the stream here. This is the list that we played. I'm really liking the least number of Nadia servants possible. I don't like this card a lot. But yeah, anyway, chat. See you later. See you later. I'll be back tomorrow with Master Duel, but if you want to do something really cool with me later on, trust me, V3 is so cool. You're gonna love it. Also thank you to Greedy Greenbird for following. I mean for subscribing even. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's raid somebody cool. Bye bye bye.